What is up, Light Fam? Welcome to another video. My name is David, your spiritual awakening coach, here to help you through your spiritual awakening. Now, I always try to make videos that are going to be the most helpful to you guys, and really the overarching theme that I get with a lot of questions basically boils down to how to live your best life, or maybe more appropriately, how to live your best life in 2021, considering everything that's happened this past year. So let's dive into this topic of how to live your best life in 2021 right now. Let's go. How to live your best life for 2021. Celebrate your current life. But what does celebrate really mean? It means to openly express gratitude. So gratitude is a state of allowing. Gratitude is a state of receiving. If you're not grateful for your current life, then you're in a state of resistance. Resistance stops that flowing energy of receptivity and puts you in a state of stagnation. One of my favorite quotes from Thich Nhat Hanh says, "You suffer because you are here, but you want to be there." Wanting to be there keeps you living in the vibration of the lack of there in your current timeline, which causes you to experience more lack of there. So instead, kick your shoes off, sit back, roll up your sleeves, and settle into your current life in a state of allowing. Take inventory of what actually is working for you, one, so that you get more of that. And then two, take inventory of what is not up to your standards. And understand this, the life that you really want already exists now as one of an infinite number of potential parallel realities. So if you're not living the life that you want to live now, it just means that the level of vibrational dissonance between your current timeline as well as the vibrational dissonance between your current level of consciousness is too high to share the same space with that higher timeline. As you take inventory of what is no longer up to your standards in your current life, you begin to see the lesson or the whole point for why you are where you are on your current timeline. Your level of consciousness needs to be a vibrational match for the higher timeline. So whatever carries the highest level of vibrational dissonance in your current timeline from the higher timeline is going to need to be healed. Now, what is healed? Well, it means brought into the light. So no more escapism or bypassing by keeping it in the shadows. We bring it into the light and lean into it. What does it mean to lean into it? It means to face it fearlessly. What is the dominant vibration of source consciousness? Love. What is the opposite of love? Fear. So this is how we heal our shadow or heal that which in us carries the highest level of vibrational dissonance from love. We fearlessly face that which needs love, and that allows our current timeline to come into vibrational harmony with the higher timeline that we want to live. Now, a lot of you guys are just going to assume that I'm saying just do shadow work, and that's going to allow you to share the same vibrational space with the higher timeline that you want to live. And you'd be right. Yes, that is what I'm saying. But let's break that down. Do you really think you're going to be able to share the same vibrational space with overwhelming abundance if you haven't healed those limiting beliefs of lack, competition, and scarcity? Do you really think you're going to be able to share the same vibrational space with a mutually fulfilling, loving relationship if you haven't healed those abandonment issues or healed those issues of worthiness and deserving? Do you have deep narcissistic traits that always find a way to surface and sabotage those relationships? Yeah, that stuff is going to need to be healed if you want to share the same vibrational space with a loving relationship. Do you really think you're going to be able to share the same vibrational space with absolute health and wellness if you're eating pizza and ice cream, binge watching Netflix every night? So yeah, you're going to need to do some shadow work to come into vibrational resonancy with the higher timeline that you want to live. Now, I do have 2 videos on shadow work that I will link in the description below so you can get your shadow work on. How to live your best life in 2021. Make space for the life that you want. Is there space in your energy field for the life that you want today, Light Fam? I get a lot of questions from people that are searching for that love of their life type of relationship. And I always ask, do you have space in your life for the love of your life? Did you leave a parking spot open in your driveway for the love of your life? Is there space on the other side of the bed for the love of your life? Did you make space in your closet for when the love of your life moves in? These are the types of physical actions that not only send a message or a signal to the universe that you're now ready to receive and that there's space for something newer and better, but also that you let go of the old. When you let go of the old, you get out of stagnation. You no longer allow the past to anchor you. There's now movement. You're moving forward. You're moving forward in a state of receptivity with the space to accommodate that new life. How to live your best life in 2021. Disidentify with expectation and outcome for your current life. So it's the wanting of your life to be a certain way that keeps you in that vibration of always wanting your life to be a certain way. So to put that another way without sounding like some convoluted riddle here, it's that wanting energy that vibrationally matches you to experience more of the lack of what you want in your current timeline. So when we tie our identity, which really means we're tying our worth to how we expect our life to play out or how we want our life to play out, we get so invested in the expectation and the outcome of our current life that we throw our current energy field into a state of resistance. At its core, this mentality is basically saying, I'm not worthy in my current timeline, but I will be worthy when X, Y, and Z happens in some future timeline. So it's that core frequency of not being worthy in your current timeline that is keeping you from moving into the higher timeline where you do feel worthy. So how do we get what we want, but also be detached from the outcome of receiving it? Both of those concepts seem to be polar opposites, right? Well, we have to realize that what we want already exists now. All possibilities, meaning all possibilities have been given life because they've been thought of and desired, exist now. There is no future, there is no past. The past is just memories that we carry in our mind. And the future is just what vibration are you sitting in right now that's going to link you up to the next now moment that's a vibrational match. Are you sitting in the energy of I'm not living the life that I want to live right now? Well, then that's the next now moment that you are vibrationally aligned to experience. One of my favorite phrases by Abraham Hicks, she says, don't keep the absence of it alive in your vibration. So if all possibilities exist, just know that what you want exists now and that you're worthy of experiencing it. And as Abraham Hicks says, at that point you can just leave it alone and focus on other things. This allows you to move forward in a state of knowing but not wanting. It's that wanting energy that keeps you sitting in the vibrational absence of what you want. Now, question of the day. Describe what your best life for 2021 looks like, Light Fam. Let us all know in the comments below. Remember, if you do have a question for me, add me over on Instagram _Lightways. If you are interested in working with me one-on-one through Zoom, check the description below. If my content resonates with you, please click the subscribe button. Other than that, I will see all of you guys in the next video. Light, love, and abundance to all that are watching and to all you love. Peace, guys.